Hello everybody and welcome once again to the Escena TV Web English Show, where we will have an appointment to visit different and wonderful places in the United States. Here you will learn more about the lives of the most famous and renowned Americans that have made an impact in our world. You'll get to know more about the U.S. culture, tourism, and history. I invite you to join me on this amazing journey through the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to be entertained.
Lunes de bilingüismo.
All work and no play make Jack a dull boy is an old English proverb which means that working non-stop will make people bored and tired. And it is true that we can't always be confined to school or the office. We must enjoy some form of relaxation or entertaining activity once in a while. How do you get your minds off of the worries that the world holds? Do your hobbies include heading outdoors, or do you prefer to read some books, magazines, watch TV, or maybe a movie? For many Americans, there is nothing more interesting, exciting, and fun and relaxing than watching a good Hollywood movie. But what's so intriguing about Hollywood? Let's find out.
It is a landmark and an American cultural icon located in the Hollywood Hills area of Mount Lee, Santa Monica Mountains in Los Angeles, California. It measures 14 meters tall and 110 meters long. This sign is often imitated through parodies that change the words while maintaining its legendary style. But this one is the original. It was created with the name Hollywoodland by Harry Chandler, the owner of the Los Angeles Times newspaper, as an advertisement strategy for a new housing development in 1923. But it won increasing recognition after it was left up. It spells out the name of the most renowned motion picture industry worldwide, Hollywood. Identified as one of the most fashionable, glamorous, and trendy places in the world, Hollywood became the name for the United States motion picture industry, given the area's role in developing the industry into the giant that it is today. Experts in the film industry and historians agree that the boom period, or the golden era, when Hollywood became Hollywood, was during the 1930s and 1940s. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, Hollywood household names included such stars as Clark Gable, Judy Garland, Bette Davis, Ronald Reagan, yes, the President, Liz Taylor, and many more. This era also marked the rising of big and wealthy film producers and studios such as the 20th Century Fox, MGM, Universal, and Paramount, companies that have produced countless movies for us to enjoy each weekend. Hollywood is not just famous for its glamorous and extravagant characteristics in the world of filmmaking. It is also known for some worth visiting places recognized nowadays as tourist destinations. There's the Hollywood Bowl, an amphitheater for music performances. At the heart of Tinseltown, you will find the Kodak Theater. Yes, the same one you see on TV while watching the Oscars, or many other awards from the showbiz industry. The Kodak Theater holds 3,000 people, and that's why it is the permanent venue to the Academy Awards. And last, but not least, if you don't visit the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you might as well not even go to Hollywood. This walk attracts more than 10 million tourists annually. It is a 3.5-mile stretch covering 15 blocks of Hollywood Boulevard and 3 blocks of Vine Street. It is lined by a sidewalk with more than 2,400 5-pointed brass stars, embedded with famous names of people who have made a great contribution to the industry. Only Colombian to ever earn a Hollywood star has been Shakira, who unveiled her star on November 2011. For many years, the world of Hollywood entertainment and film industry has been keeping our eyes glued to our televisions and attracting us to movie theaters over the weekends to see the latest and the greatest. No matter what your problems are, a good Hollywood movie will always be an excellent plan to relax and enjoy life. Harry Chandler never imagined that his advertisement idea of putting up a sign was going to eventually become a legend in itself.
No story of a Hollywood star has been as scandalous and mysterious as that of Marilyn Monroe. This blonde bombshell became famous for her outstanding beauty and never-ending scandals, than her role in films. Marilyn Monroe's sex appeal, talent, and untimely death combined to make her an enduring star and one of Hollywood's most emblematic icons.
She was born brunette with the name of Norma Jean Mortensen on June 1st, 1926, in Los Angeles, California. 20 years later, she not only changed her hair color to blonde, but she became the renowned and iconic Hollywood actress, Marilyn Monroe. She spent most of her childhood growing up at an orphanage. The only way she found to get out of this situation was getting married with her boyfriend, Jimmy Dougherty, on June 19, 1942. As a merchant marine, her husband Jimmy was later sent to the South Pacific. Meanwhile, Monroe went to work in a munitions factory in Burbank, and it was here where she was discovered by a photographer. By the time her husband returned in 1946, Monroe already had a successful career as a model at the age of 20. Her marriage began failing as Monroe focused more on her career. This led to the couple's divorce in 1946, the same year she signed her first movie contract. With the movie contract came a new name and a new image. She began calling herself Marilyn Monroe and colored her hair totally blonde. But her acting career didn't really take off until the 1950s. Her small role in John Huston's crime drama, The Asphalt Jungle, in 1950 earned her a lot of attention. That same year, she impressed audiences and critics as Claudia Caswell in All About Eve, starring Bette Davis. In 1953, Monroe made a star-making shot in Niagara. In the musical comedy Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, the emerging sex symbol was joined by another bombshell, Jane Russell, in 1953. The film was a hit, and Monroe continued to find success and fame in a series of light comedies, such as How to Marry a Millionaire, There's No Business Like Show Business in 1954, and The 7-Year Itch in 1955. With her breathy, sexy voice and spectacular figure, Monroe became an international star recognized worldwide. She returned to the screen in the dramatic comedy Bus Stop in 1956, playing a saloon singer kidnapped by a rancher who fell in love with her. In 1959, Monroe returned to familiar territory with the wildly popular comedy Some Like It Hot, with Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis. Her work on this film earned her a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Comedy. Her last two films, Let's Make Love in 1960 and The Misfits in 1961, were strong disappointments. Monroe starred opposite Clark Gable and Montgomery Clift in The Misfits. This was her last completed film. In her personal life, she had a string of unsuccessful marriages and relationships. In 1954, she married baseball player Joe DiMaggio, but 9 months later, they got divorced. After that, she married the playwright Arthur Miller from 1956 to 1961, who once said she was the saddest person he had ever seen. Rumors say that she was involved with President John F. Kennedy and/or his brother Robert around the time of her death.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
Marilyn Monroe died on August 5th, 1962, at her home in Brentwood, Los Angeles. At that time, she was 36 years old. Her death was officially declared a suicide by a drug overdose, evidenced by the fact that an empty bottle of sleeping pills were found by her bed. However, there have been some speculations over the past years that she may have been murdered. Although she had a troubled life and a low self-esteem, her name will always remain as the enigmatic sex symbol she was. Marilyn Monroe will forever be Hollywood's Golden Girl.
We'll be right back after this short break with the story of Carlos Mario Candia, a Colombian who traveled to the United States to learn English after he participated in the Colombian reality Factor XS and qualified for Latin American Idol 2008 in Argentina. Stay tuned.
Do you know the meaning of the expression hang out?
Ya regresamos con TV Web Educativa. Seguimos con TV Web Educativa.
Hang out is a common expression that most kids use. It means to spend time at a certain place or with a certain company. Es una expresión que indica una forma de pasar el tiempo libre. For example, I am hanging out at the mall. She hangs out with her friend Emily quite a lot.
Many people in the world travel to countries where English is the official language. If you decide to travel or live in an English-speaking country, these tips and personal life experiences might come in handy. Carlos Mario Candia is a complete artist. He sings, acts, dances, and dreams to get one day to work in the world of Broadway in New York City. He participated in the Colombian version of X Factor for Youngsters in 2008 and later qualified for Latin American Idol in 2008 in Argentina. After winning a scholarship, Carlos moved to the United States to learn English. Let's see what he has to say about it.
When my mom said, "Hey, you should be on X Factor for Kids," that was the big experience of my life. After that, I was in Latin American Idol. When I was in the stage for first time in a musical, I said, this is the thing that I want to do for the rest of my life. I am studying in MISI, and here I have my TAPS teacher, and she is like the programs director of a big company that takes the guys for work in United States. she told me, do you want to go to the United States? And I said, of course, I want to go. Pittsburgh, it's an amazing city. It's a big city. I was very happy to be there. I was in Washington too. So, you know, it's United States capital, and it was amazing, all the monuments and the buildings. I love the organization of the United States, you know, and I think that the way like the people thinks. In the United States, they have Broadway, that it's my dream. I think that maybe the stuff that make me learn English very good was the music and the television, and of course go to the United States. Being there, it's like an intensive English course, you know? So, because you are speaking in English the 24 hours. One of the things that I learned on my trip was like the people have to know English. If you know English, it's like all the doors are open for you. For example, for me, in my career, everything, all the choreographers, they are from United States or from United Kingdom. For your life, if you want to get a good job, you need the English. Now I am thinking in learning more English, and I'm thinking in going to United States again, because you know I gonna get a role in Broadway, and I am absolutely sure that you're gonna see me in Broadway someday.
Thank you so much, Carlos, for letting us know that dreams require effort, hard work, and time, but nothing is impossible if you believe you can do it. We are sure that we will see you soon acting in an important role in a Broadway show at New York City. In the City of Angels, as Los Angeles is often called, it is easy to be overwhelmed by all the neighborhoods, beaches, tourist destinations, mansion-filled streets, nightclubs, venues, and boutique-filled avenues. A few miles north of LA is the city of San Francisco. This cosmopolitan town attracts visitors from all over the world with its first-class hotels, a walkable downtown, superb restaurants, and unique architecture. If you ever visit the state of California, you don't want to miss out on visiting these two cities.
Founded in 1781 on the western coast of the United States, it was called El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de los Ángeles de la Porciúncula, which translated to the town of Our Lady, the Queen of the Angeles of the Small Portion. The City of Angels, more popularly known as Los Angeles or LA, is a must-see destination in the United States. It is a wonderful place where you can have a lot of fun. Its beaches became famous through the popular television series Baywatch. Its mansion-filled streets, its fabulous neighborhoods, its tour sites full of music, art, culture, and history, its venues and boutique avenues make this a glamorous city. Los Angeles has approximately 90 stage theaters and more than 300 museums, which is greater than any other city in the US. Who hasn't seen on the movies those awesome mansions beside those wonderful beaches? That is because when we talk about Los Angeles, we can't leave out Beverly Hills, located in Los Angeles County. Some of the largest houses in the United States are located here. Beverly Hills is one of the most expensive housing areas in the nation, home to many celebrities. Here are some interesting facts about this important city in the United States. The historic City Hall is an impressive structure. Rodeo Drive is a well-known, expensive shopping location. Museum of Radio and Television features a huge collection of television and radio programs. Finally, we find the city of San Francisco, one of the top tourist destinations in the world, ranking 33rd out of the 100 most visited cities worldwide, and is renowned for its chilly summer, steep, rolling hills, eclectic mix of architecture, and its famous landmarks, including the Golden Gate Bridge, the cable cars, Chinatown, and last but not least, is well known as the most beautiful city in the United States. The Golden Gate Bridge was built by the Spaniards in 1776 as homage to San Francisco de Asís. Here are some facts about this city. San Francisco cable cars are the only moving National Historic Landmark, and 9.7 million people take a 9-mile-per-hour ride on them each year. The Golden Gate Bridge, with 23 miles of ladders and 300,000 nails in each tower, was the world's longest span when it opened in 1937. 17 ironworkers and 38 painters constantly fight rust and renew the international orange paint on its 1.7-mile length to maintain San Francisco as one of the most spectacular cities in the world.
We'll be right back after this short break with more tips, fun facts, and entertainment. You are watching Sena TV Web. Don't move.
Do you know the meaning of the expression spill the beans?
Ya regresamos con TV Web Educativa. Seguimos con TV Web Educativa.
Spill the beans literally means in Spanish, derramar los frijoles. But you should not take expressions so literally. For North Americans, spill the beans refers to an expression that means to reveal a secret. She finally spilled the beans about her divorce, which means finalmente reveló el secreto sobre su divorcio.
Hi everyone and welcome to our English tip for today. This TV web strategy makes part of the National Learning Service or SENA bilingual programs and it is made just for you. Los adjetivos posesivos se utilizan para indicar a quién pertenece el sujeto u objeto de la oración. My es para identificar mi o mis. Your es tú o tus. His, her y its puede significar su o sus. Our es nuestro, nuestra, nuestros o nuestras. Your es para vuestro, vuestra, vuestros o vuestras. Their es su o sus también. Como pueden ver, son muchos menos que los que se utilizan en español, ya que no se diferencian en singular o plural. Por ejemplo, my book, mi libro, o my books, mis libros, en plural, pero se sigue utilizando el mismo my. Deben prestar mucha atención cuando se refieren a la tercera persona, ya que en español se usa su en todos los casos, mientras que en inglés varían según la persona. Recuerden que your puede referirse al singular tú o al plural vuestro. My father, your father, his father, her father, its father, our father, your father y their father. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much, Philip, and thank you for being my friend. Bye everyone and stay tuned to TV Web Sena so you can learn more English, the language that's used worldwide.
Did you know that Gone with the Wind and Wizard of Oz were the first widely successful movies in color? Or that Leonardo DiCaprio was the highest paid actor in Hollywood last year, earning a gigantic sum of $77 million? I bet you didn't pay attention to these amazing facts about cinema. Louis Lumière invented the movie projector, or cinematograph, in 1895. However, Thomas Edison is also believed to have made movie projectors. The Warner Brothers, Harry, Albert, Sam, and Jack, were the pioneers of films with synchronized sound, then known as talking pictures or talkies. In 1925, they expanded their operations by adding this feature to their productions. Today, their company is one of the most successful and recognized American producer of film and television entertainment, Warner Bros. Entertainment, Inc. Technicolor, a process that added color to movies, was created in 1917. Singing in the Rain and the animated Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs were some of the first movies in full color. Don Juan was released in 1926 and was the first major motion picture to employ a synchronized sound system of any type. The Jazz Singer premiered in 1927 as the first film to introduce dialogues. In the classic movie Godfather, an orange is always seen somewhere in the scene before someone is killed. The most expensive film ever made really wasn't Titanic, nor Spider-Man 3, but the Leo Tolstoy classic movie titled War and Peace. If adjusted, it would cost about $700 million.
Lunes de bilingüismo.
Well, we have reached the end of our show, and we hope that you will continue to join us in this journey through the American culture. Next time, we are going to travel to the capital of the world, New York, and talk about the talented Frank Sinatra, who dedicated a song to this city. We will also see the origins of Christmas and Santa Claus. Be sure to tune in because we have more fun facts and trivia to share with you. Remember, you can visit us at www.senavirtual.edu.co, on Facebook, Sena Comunica, and on Twitter at Sena Comunica. See you soon and have a nice day.